Alright, so my bike is still in the shop since yesterday, and everyone was very nice to give me a ride over there, so I'm going to jump on the back of this bike. I haven't jumped on the back of a bike in a long time, so it's going to be interesting. Hey everyone, my name's Alex. I'm an ex-medical student who sold all his belongings in 2012 to travel around the world. 50 countries, and the adventure continues. Alright, welcome to 8 a.m. here in La Paz. As you can see, it's a very interesting city. You have all these houses on the hill, you have like this little valley area, and the roads are so sketchy sometimes. They literally just like curve in and out in the huge city. So it's truly one of the more unique capital cities I've been to. This is actually the highest capital city in the world, 4,000 meters above sea level, which means that even going up the stairs of my hotel, I actually run out of breath, which is always fun. Anyway, so today the bike needs a lot of maintenance done to it. I haven't showed you guys yet, but what happened yesterday, and I didn't film it because I was in a very tough spot to film because I was in a dangerous area, is that my boxes on my motorcycle, these metal boxes you see here, the metal frame itself actually broke on all sides. So literally there was nothing holding it together. So I had to put zip ties and I had to put a ratchet and a rope to basically hold it together and patch it up until I got here. It's a huge problem for me because I can't go anywhere without fixing that. It's holding on by duct tape and zip ties. So that's not exactly stable. There's a lot of things that I need to do to this bike today. So I'm headed to the dealership today to do some of the maintenance. And hopefully they'll be really cool and let me do the stuff myself with their tools. I've heard about bad experiences here in Bolivia with mechanics, so. All right, so I'm gonna give you a very quick detail of what happens to the bike. Check it out. The entire metal frame for the boxes literally broke, and it's being held by duct tape and zip ties. And as you see, the entire boxes just fell as I was driving, which is really, really dangerous. Also changing the chain, the sprocket, there's a bunch of screws that are stripped. I need to change all the screws from the frame itself because everything's broken. Everything's broken, as you see here. Look at that. That is not good. That is no support. We do air filter, change screws. We're going to change the handlebars you see here. It's very stiff, so we got to change the entire components. Maybe do the fork seals, change the oil in the fork seals as well. Basically, this is a complete overhaul on the bike because it's been through hell. It's been beat up. It's been basically torn into pieces, and not very good quality stuff from this motorcycle I purchased. So here's a trick I recommend for anybody who's gonna do a trip like this real quick. When you go to a mechanic, sit there, learn, do it with them. Because what I'm doing is I'm spending the entire day here with Robert over here that's gonna help me change everything. Because I know how to do it, but two people is much faster, and you're able to actually see if they're doing it right or wrong. And that way you can kind of help and tell them a few different things here and there. Because most mechanics, you know, they'll just kind of do what they need to do. But if you want the super detailed care for your motorcycle, you have to do it yourself. So here, keeping an eye, I'm taking things apart, I'm doing everything with him. So that's the way I recommend that you guys do your maintenance on your motorcycle, because it's the best way to assure that it's going to be fine afterward. Erwin and Leandro took their bikes in Santa Cruz and they had service done at the dealership. They left it there and they actually forgot to put screws in. It didn't quite set the right way. So there's always a risk when you just leave the motorcycle. So I like to be in the mix of it. I like to get dirty. I like to get oily, smell like gas. And this is what I love about the trip, is also those small relaxing moments of doing mechanic work on the bike. So, all right, check this out. If anybody knows about motorcycles, this is stupid dirty. It is so bad. I've never had a filter so dirty before, which tells you how bad the roads in Bolivia are. So this is Robert.
Hola.
Robert's helping me out today. Look at all the gunk of the chain there. The sprockets are pretty used up. As you see, they're actually starting to bend. So definitely time to change that. The chain itself has a lot of lag, so I don't want to touch it because I don't want to get dirty, but a lot of lag. What the heck's this? Is this salt? A piece of salt that's been stuck there for about a month. Wow. I will save you the 8 hours I had ahead of me of fixing this bike, and I'll cut to the next scene. Alright, so my bike is still in the shop since yesterday. and everyone was very nice to give me a ride over there. So I'm going to jump on the back of this bike. I haven't jumped on the back of a bike in a long time, so it's going to be interesting. Different sensation. And Lando's with us as well. He finally got to us here in La Paz. All right, to the mechanics we go. Here they are, the men, the myths, the legends. They are on their way out, and I am staying behind. It's a sad moment because they're actually leaving together, and I had to stay behind for 2 more days to fix the bike. And I have to go to Cusco directly after that to go catch a flight to Europe, to Slovenia. So this is probably the last time we'll see each other for a few months. Hopefully we'll catch up with him later on. I'm gonna miss you guys.
How do you... I'm gonna miss you too.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear. Te voy a extrañar.
Le voy a extrañar, mi pop star.
So I'm going to wish him a very good road, and off they go. All right, so after 3 days of work on this bike, we finally got it going. The problem was that entering the salt flat oxidized all the screws and all the bolts, which basically meant we had to extract them, cut them, we had to hacksaw them, we had to do so many crazy things just to get things off and redo things. So anyway, after 3 crazy days, I am already late for my flight to Cusco in Peru to Europe, to Slovenia exactly. So I'm going to have to haul some major butt to get there on time. So many little small details, the lights, the fuses. Oh. So literally, I put this bike through hell and back. I paid the price this time for fixing it up. So anyway, that's the adventure though, right? You got to invest a little bit to get a little bit back. So the hardships of motorcycle riding around the world. And tomorrow I hit the death road, then I go directly to Peru to catch my flight to Slovenia. Anyway, that's my day today. Thanks for joining me. See you tomorrow. All right, so you know how I was here yesterday and I'm here again? Well, here's the deal. Yesterday I left and I drove a little bit and then oil just started spewing from the bike. And it turns out that the little sprocket that goes into the bike, because of all the hammering and all the heat they put onto it to try to get it out because it was so oxidized, it actually created a leak in the seal. So we had to change that. So the entire day the bike's been here again. So I was supposed to leave yesterday. Oh, and now I'm stuck here. So I'm in a bit of a pickle now trying to get to Cusco, Peru now. But anyway, the bike is like new almost. It's ready to go. Hopefully there's no more problems. You know, it's just part of the adventure. I had plans. Here's the thing about any trip in general. If you have plans and expectations, get rid of them because things will happen. You will get delayed. You won't be able to go somewhere for whatever reason. So get those idealistic thoughts out of your head because there are always going to be delays. There's always going to be issues and problems. I just experienced this whole entire week here in La Paz, which I spent probably 5 days here in the shop helping them fix this thing. So anyway, it's patience. Sometimes it's just destiny that tells you it's not your time to leave yet, and you just have to accept what the universe gives you as far as energy and as far as little challenges like this. Sometimes you just can't get mad, you can't get frustrated, you just have to accept it and realize that, you know, there's probably a reason this happened, you know? So anyway, gonna get back on the road here and we'll see what tomorrow brings.